Hello all. Today we'll see how to make this beautiful flower-shaped stuffed garlic bread. I have used chicken stuffing here. You can replace it with anything you like. So let's see how to make them. Let's start by melting 3 tablespoons of butter in a pan. Make sure not to burn the butter. Once the butter is melted, turn off the flame. Now after switching off the flame, add 3/4 cup of lukewarm milk to it. Add in 2 tablespoons of sugar to it. Add half a teaspoon of salt. Now give it a nice mix so that the sugar is dissolved well. We'll be adding in 5 grams of fresh yeast to it. Make sure your milk mixture is lukewarm, otherwise the yeast will not rise. If it is too cold, it will not rise. If it is too hot, the yeast will die off. I've used instant yeast here. Make sure your yeast is not stale. Give a nice mix. Now add in 1 egg to it. I have used instant dry yeast here. You can add it directly to the flour. If you're using active dry yeast, you have to keep this for rising for about 15 minutes. I have taken 2 3/4 of plain flour into a bowl. We'll require 1/4 cup of plain flour at a later stage. Now add in the wet mixture to it and give it a nice mix. You can see the dough is very wet and sticky, but do not add any flour now. You just ensure that the wet and the dry ingredients are mixed very well. Now we will cover it with a cling film and leave it for resting for about 1 hour. The dough should double in size in 1 hour. When a dough is resting, let's prepare the stuffing. I have taken 1/4 cup of boneless chicken here. Add half teaspoon of salt to it. Add half teaspoon chili powder. Give it a nice mix. Now we'll get it fried in a frying pan. When the chicken is half fried, let's add 2 tablespoons of spring onions to it. The chicken is well cooked now. To this chicken, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of yellow pepper and 2 teaspoons of green peppers. Give it a nice mix. I'm adding in 3 teaspoons of grated mozzarella cheese. Give it a nice mix and keep it aside. After 1 hour, our dough has risen very well. Deflate the air. Since the dough is very sticky, I'll be adding in some more plain flour to it. You'll first add 2 teaspoons of plain flour. Mix them well with your hand. I've taken 2 teaspoons of plain flour on the board. Let's mix this flour with our dough. Now we will make 15 balls from this dough. Apply some oil onto your hand so that the process will be very easy. Now let's see how we shape the flour. Take 1 ball, spread it in a round shape with your hand. Place 1 teaspoon of the stuffing in the center and fold it like this. Slightly press the edges with your hands and then fold it like this. Elongate the edges like this so that it forms the shape of a petal. Similarly, make all the petals. To get the look of a flower, I have placed 5 petals in the center and placed the remaining ones in between each petals like this. And we need to cover it with a cling film and let it rest for 10 more minutes. While the dough is resting, let's make the garlic spread. I've taken few garlic pieces and have chopped it finely. Similarly, I've chopped some coriander leaves finely. I've taken 2 teaspoons of melted butter, add in the coriander and garlic to it and give it a nice mix. I've taken few olive pieces here. It's been 10 minutes now. Let's see our flour. It has risen very well. We'll apply the garlic paste on top of this. We'll decorate the flour with the olive pieces. I've preheated my oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 5 minutes now. Let's get it baked. It will take around 25 minutes to get it done. Our beautiful stuffed garlic bread is ready to be served. If you like it, do give it a try and let me know your comments in the comment box. So until we meet again with a new recipe, bye, take care.